In a move that's part legal chess, part psychological warfare, 50 Cent has once again cornered Rick Ross, this time by publicly greenlighting Ross's bold claim to produce a BMF film, all while knowing Ross might not have the deep pockets or industry muscle to actually pull it off, leaving Rozay caught between pride and pressure in the most humiliating checkmate of his career. It started with bravado, as most heavyweight hip-hop feuds do. Rick Ross, never one to bite his tongue, made a grand proclamation to the streets and the industry. He was going to produce a BMF film that would outshine 50 Cent's acclaimed Star series, with or without Big Meech's life rights. It was a flex meant to rattle cages, disrupt narratives, and reclaim dominance in a battle that's raged for over a decade. But what Ross didn't see coming was 50's latest trap. Not a diss track, not a shady Instagram post, but a silent play that might go down as one of the coldest power moves in hip-hop entertainment history. Let's rewind. 50 Cent has turned himself from rap icon to multimedia mogul. His power universe, Raising, Cannon Force, and of course BMF, have made him a king in the world of black television drama. When the BMF series launched with the support and life rights of Demetrius Big Meech Flannery Sr., it was a cultural bombshell. Not only did 50 bring in the real Meech's son, Lil Meech, to play him on screen, but he told a layered, street-rooted narrative that pulled in huge ratings and real respect. You couldn't touch it, and for years, no one did. Enter Rick Ross, swaggering in with his usual bravado and a thinly veiled grudge. Ross and 50's beef dates back to 2008 and never really cooled off. From leaked tapes and diss tracks to taunts about baby mamas and court cases, the fire never stopped simmering. So when Ross declared he was going to make his own BMF film, it wasn't just business, it was personal. He claimed he didn't need Big Meech's official endorsement. He claimed he could do it bigger, better, and more boss-like than anything 50 had ever put out. It was a declaration of war, and 50 smiled. While the world waited for 50 to clap back with venom, he moved with silence. Then, like a shadow striking in daylight, he filed a lawsuit. It wasn't just about intellectual property. It was about leverage. Ross was playing with fire by attempting to depict real-life figures and events without securing the legal rights. The suit was strong enough to cause concern, and Ross, despite all his bark, started to retreat. He didn't drop the idea entirely, but the momentum slowed. The internet noticed. The flex was starting to wobble. Then came 50's masterstroke. In a shocking twist, 50 Cent publicly gave Rick Ross the green light to go ahead and make the BMF film. No more lawsuits. No more court threats. Just a quiet nod and a statement along the lines of, "Go ahead, do your thing." To the casual observer, this might have looked like 50 backing down. But to those who know the game, it was cold-blooded brilliance. Because here's the kicker. 50 knows Rick Ross can't make that movie. Producing a high-caliber film, especially one about a real-life criminal empire like BMF, isn't just about money. It's about relationships, distribution channels, access to A-list actors, writers, and directors. It's about credibility in Hollywood and deep pockets, willing to burn millions before seeing a single dollar back. And while Ross lives the rich boss life on social media, buying cows and flaunting real estate, insiders know that the film game is a different beast. 50 knows that. Ross knows that. And now, the world knows it too. So now Rick Ross is stuck. He talked big. He promised the streets something greater than what 50 Cent built. But now that the path is clear, all eyes are on him, and he's paralyzed. Because if he backs out, it proves 50 right. It makes him look like a paper boss. All bark, no bankroll. But if he moves forward, he risks flopping in public, spending millions he might not recover, and producing something that inevitably gets compared to 50's already established masterpiece. And 50 Cent? He's laughing. Publicly. Quietly. Ruthlessly. Because this is what he does. He didn't have to throw punches. He just opened the door, let Ross walk into the arena, and turned on the spotlight. Now, Ross is scrambling behind the scenes. Sources close to production insiders say Ross has been trying to court independent investors, smaller studios, and even foreign backers to secure the funding. But nobody wants to gamble against 50's reputation and resume in this space. Not even for Rozay. Here's what makes this story even colder. This isn't just business warfare. It's personal humiliation. 50 knew the streets would love the idea of a BMF movie. He also knew they'd love the idea of two titans competing. But what he really knew was that Ross's ego would trap him. 50 didn't need to say much. Just wait. Just watch. Just let the pressure of expectation become the weapon. And now, Rozay looks unsure, exposed, and vulnerable. 3 words never associated with his brand before now. Behind the scenes, some in Ross's camp are urging him to pivot, rebrand the project, turn it into a fictionalized version, or drop the BMF title entirely. Maybe just do a different drug empire, film with different names and characters. But doing that would mean surrendering. It would mean Ross caved, and 50 would be there, waiting to remind the world exactly what happened. Every post, every interview, every Instagram caption, it would all be fuel for 50's fire. This isn't new territory for 50. He's made a career of weaponizing intelligence, strategy, and patience. Whether it was Ja Rule, Young Buck, Floyd Mayweather, or even more recent corporate beefs, 50 doesn't fight fair. He fights smart. And what he just did to